Salam alaikum to start with.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It's such a pleasure to have you on, Kayleigh. Welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. So everybody, peace and blessings be upon you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And today I'm doing an interview with our sister here, Kayleigh. I thought it'd be a good idea to interview her, and she kindly accepted the invitation. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure, absolutely my pleasure. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so obviously my name's Kayleigh. I'm from Aberdeen in Scotland.
Scotland. The Highlands.
Waiting for the...
Where the men wear kilts.
I mean, not on a day-to-day basis, but sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a new revert. I've only been a Muslim since the 4th of November last year.
Welcome to Islam. Welcome to Islam.
Jazakallah. So yeah, it's been a short journey for me. Well, it's been a long journey for me, really, in the long run. But I've only been a Muslim for a very short period of time.
Okay, mashallah. What was it that made you come to Islam, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, to be honest, it was definitely the Palestinians. Their courage and their faith was so inspiring to me that I had to be answered. Obviously, as well, being an ex-Catholic, like with the Trinity, those kind of things. There were just questions that I could never have a straight answer for. And then I came to Islam, and everything I asked was answered very direct, very. It was very simple. You know, it just made sense.
Do you want to tell everybody a bit about how you came across my channel?
Yeah, so really I was just scrolling through TikTok and you came up on my FYP, so I clicked and I was listening.
Sorry, if I don't mean to interrupt you. What's the FYP?
For You page.
Okay. I don't know what
so
that
you like
is.
the For You section on your TikTok.
Okay, I understand.
So it was like things that are recommended to you based on the things you watch.
I see. Okay. Cool.
So your live came up there, and I obviously just clicked on it and started watching and listening to you talk about Muhammad Qasim and his dreams, and I was just instantly really interested to learn more about his dreams.
Okay, so what did you do to learn about his dreams, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, first of all, I went to your page because
Okay.
obviously it was your account I came across, and I just went straight to your TikTok account and I looked at the videos. And then after that, I went to your YouTube channel where there were more videos, more in-depth videos, longer videos I could watch. And then I did ask other people's opinions and stuff on what had happened. But
Yeah.
I really enjoyed listening actually to Muhammad Qasim himself speak in a lot of videos that you have. It was good to hear kind of like from the source, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
Do you know
I
what
understand.
mean?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. So yeah, it is nice listening to what he has to say, because he doesn't speak anything apart from what he's been shown in his dreams. So what do you think about the dreams? So I mean, for you as a new Muslim, when you heard about these dreams, what do you actually think about them? What's your opinion on them?
The real reason I say I believe in his dreams is
Like so you believe in the dreams?
I believe in his dreams.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Mashallah. Okay.
Is because for me they make sense. He has had dreams about things that you could say were predicted before they happened. So he dreamt something, and then in the space of a year to however many years it took for those dreams to come true, they came true.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I just find it hard to think why people might not believe in them when they've come true.
I understand.
And there's things that have come true that no one could have just predicted they were going to happen. There was no signs before they happened, if you know what I mean.
No, I understand, yeah.
Can I just say one quick thing?
Go ahead.
I just want to make it very clear to everybody who's watching. I believe in Muhammad Qasim's dreams, but I do not claim him to be the Imam Mahdi. Just so people understand that.
For someone who is new to Islam, it's quite a step for you to take to, have come in this direction, which is something I've not really seen. I've only seen a few people do that, but for yourself, coming here and becoming a Muslim, and then coming into a place where I think it's quite obvious that you see the barrage of hatred that we get from people. So one view on what you've seen from the people who are saying the things that they're saying in the comments, and the comments they're leaving in videos. Like, you must have done some research, right? So you must have seen how people are acting and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you see it everywhere. If you go to YouTube, no matter whose channel you go to who speaks about Muhammad Qasim, the same with TikTok. I mean, I've posted only maybe 2 or 3 videos and a few stories of things on Muhammad Qasim and his dreams, and I have already experienced a lot of unpleasant comments, maybe say. I just think it comes from a place of, I know a lot of people have so much knowledge about Islam, and they might look at others and think maybe they don't have as much. I wish that the people would go at it at a different approach. Maybe look at the videos, listen to his dreams, listen to what he has to say firsthand about the things he experiences, because I don't want to say at all that it comes from a place of ignorance by any means, but I think it comes from a place of it being unknown, and it maybe being something that people might just not want to accept, so it's easier to just deny it than to look into it and to listen to what he has to say.
You're right. Going to the source, as you mentioned earlier on, that is very, very important. I mean, in the Quran, it tells us that we have to investigate if someone brings you news. And that's obviously, from what you've said, by your own admission, that's what you've done. You've seen my TikTok, you looked into it. And I mean, what do you think about him as an individual, from what you've done, from your research? As an individual, as a person, like, what do you think about him?
I think he seems very genuine. I think as well, the fact he has never once in any of the videos that I have watched ever made any type of claim to be the Imam Mahdi. He just shares his dreams because he's been asked to share his dreams, and I think, like any of us, if we were asked to share our dreams, we would. But yeah, I just think he seems very, very genuine. I don't think there's anything about him to me that sticks out that he would do this for any other reason than because he was asked to do it.
I understand. You know, many people have their views and opinions about people, but it seems that you have looked into the matter yourself. Did anybody force you or compel you or threaten you to believe in his dreams by any chance?
No, definitely not.
No?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive nobody forced me to do anything. I'm here from my own free will, just like when I join your lives, I join them because I want to learn and to listen, and the same when I go to any YouTube page, no one's forcing me to do it, you know.
Yeah. So I have noticed that you've been on both sides of the fence. So you've been on you've been in other lives, and you've actively been helping in other people's lives, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. It's absolutely fine. It's your life. You do what you want. But you've also been in our lives. How has that affected you in any way, shape or form? Like, as an individual, have you come to any realizations, anything like this?
I think with the lives, for example, because like you said, I go into your lives and I go into some other lives, and there's definitely a difference of opinion. And
like a contrast.
Yeah, there's definitely a contrast, and I think it does cause some type of division because they are very different opinions that obviously I have to maybe some others. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like, I have to, as a new Muslim as well, I have to find my own way and find my own path. And
yeah, you're right. You know, you have to find your own path, and you should seek knowledge from the people who have knowledge. Obviously, you're aware that I don't claim to have any special powers, no knowledge. I don't claim to be a scholar or an imam. I've never told anyone I study at any kind of Islamic educational institute, which kind of brings me on to my question. So when it comes to this whole topic of Muhammad Qasim, you take the element of logic, right, from the evidences like Quran and hadiths and things like that. You know, you hear people saying, oh, this hadith and that hadith. Being a new Muslim, how are you supposed to know these sort of informations? Because you don't really know these informations. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you come across people who's talking about Qurans and hadiths and stuff like this, and then you come across someone like me who doesn't really talk much about Quran and hadith, like, how do you feel knowing that you could potentially be just listening to someone because he's talking from his heart rather than using the evidences from Quran and the hadiths?
Well, from my experience anyway, with coming into your lives, like, you do talk you do talk from the heart, and you do talk about the experiences you've had, for example, with Muhammad Qasim and speaking with him and meeting him firsthand. But I also have experience coming into your lives where people will come in and try and disprove the things you've said, but you've come with evidence. You've come with like the hadiths and stuff. So you do back it up from where I'm standing, and then I can go away after those lives and do my own research and look into the things you've said in your lives and others as well. And then I can kind of take it from there, you know.
So I noticed actually you started doing duets of my lives. May I ask why, if you don't mind?
Yeah, so I usually duet the videos that you do that are based on shirk, because I knew nothing about it before I came to your live. I was really educated, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting that you didn't. So no one's told you about what shirk is and its forms.
No, I had no idea.
That's
so
very
I think
interesting.
that was another thing that, like, when I saw you spoke about it, and Muhammad Qasim spoke about it as well, because it was mentioned in his dreams, it was a huge insight for me. It was something I knew nothing about. So I duet those videos because I think they're extremely interesting and I learn a lot from them. And I think it's good for, I mean, I have a very small platform here, but if I can share your videos that talk about those things, something that's so important, then I think it's good for me. And then the same, I will share a few of the ones that Muhammad Qasim talks about his dreams, because again, I believe in the dreams. So
okay, mashallah. Have you spoken to anybody else about Muhammad Qasim? Because from what you're saying, it seems like that your main go-to at the moment is my TikTok channel. But have you looked at maybe his website, at his dreams on his website? Have you looked on his own YouTube channel? Have you spoken to anybody else who believes in Muhammad Qasim and people who don't believe in him? Like, have you looked at both sides?
Yeah, so I've definitely spoken to people who don't believe in Muhammad Qasim's dreams. I have spoken to a few sisters as well who either are or are on the fence and doing their own research. As for the YouTube channels and stuff, I do actually follow Muhammad Qasim's YouTube channel as well as the Call of the Covenant.
So he has them translated into, he's got the subtitles up on his videos, right?
Yeah, subtitles.
So were they adequate for you?
Yeah. I just read the subtitles when I watched those videos.
Okay. And what do you think of his character? I mean, from watching his videos, you see him standing there talking. Like, a lot of people, when they come forward, they have this, they look at him and they think, you know, I think you've seen enough. I don't want to repeat it, but you've seen what people say about him because of the way he stands and the way he speaks. Like, what's your own view as Kayleigh? Like, what do you think about this individual when you see him on camera and talking and his mannerisms and etc.?
I think he sounds very down to earth and very genuine. I think it's also very clear to see when you listen to him speak and you see him in videos that he is just like a normal man who's sharing his dreams because he's been asked to share them. He doesn't claim to be anything but that.
It's true.
So I think you really feel that when you listen to him speak and he's telling you everything. He doesn't try to ever proclaim something that he doesn't believe he is. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Have you seen anybody come with any solid arguments where we've kind of been a bit bedazzled by what they've said and we look confused or anything like that?
Honestly, no.
Really?
Well, the lives that I've been a part of, like I've been in the comments and stuff when I've come to your channel, you've had many people come up and try to dispute the things you've said, and from my experience, I've never seen anyone come on that's had like anything to say that kind of you can't back up, like you and the other brothers that have come up on the panel.
Have you noticed that we're not one group of people from one country?
Yeah.
It's quite refreshing to see that you're like literally the first person in Scotland, the first person in Scotland to believe in the dreams of Muhammad Qasim. So, what do your family say about you being a Muslim?
My family are absolutely fine with me being a Muslim. My mother is a Protestant and my stepdad is a Catholic, so they already have a few difference of opinions within their own faiths. But that when I told them I had become a Muslim, the same with my sibling, they were all fine with the decision. They said as long as I believe that I'm fine with my beliefs and I'm happy and content, then that's the main thing.
Have you told your family about this man who's having dreams? Like, have they said anything about this or?
So I have mentioned it to my mother briefly.
Okay.
obviously she wasn't really aware of Muhammad Qasim or the dreams, but she kind of has the opinion, as long as you're going to the right people and you're looking at the right sources and you're going to the Quran and the hadiths and stuff, and the information adds up to the things he says and the dreams he has and stuff, then there's no harm in looking, and there's no harm in educating myself. I know there's a lot of people in my comments that are unhappy about the things I'm saying. I think it's very important to remember that I am a new Muslim and I'm learning and I am seeking advice. The thing is as well, like, I'm not forced to believe these dreams, and I'm doing it at my own accord. Again, there's nothing wrong with having difference of opinion by any means, and I'm okay with that. But I do think the negativity and the fact that people just kind of jump on you without asking you questions or asking what it is specifically that you believe in or you're interested in learning about, it's I don't know, I think not even since saying I believed in the dreams, since saying I had an interest to learn about Muhammad Qasim, I've had a lot of people be really unhappy about that and really upset about it, which I'm not saying that some of those people, it doesn't come from a good place, but
I'm sure it doesn't. I'm sure they're trying to help you. Why wouldn't they be? Yeah, why wouldn't they be trying to help you?
I do think it comes from a good place, but I don't think leaving certain comments.
Has anyone come to you with sufficient evidence that will take you away from this, what we're talking about? Have they given you any proof or any evidence to suggest this is all fake, a farce, false, he's a liar? Put you any evidence of any kind to suggest that these people are wrong? Look, here's the proof from the Quran and the Hadith that they're wrong. Because surely if they want to pull you away from something like this, isn't that something that would be the best thing to do? To give you proof? Because you want to go to the truth, don't you? And so do I. So if someone brought me proof, I'm happy to say, if you brought me the proof, I would leave. And I was happy with this, I would leave. So has anyone done that for you? Have they brought you sufficient evidence for yourself? Because you made up your mind on your own, right? So has anyone brought you any evidence, like from the Quran or the Hadith, to prove that we're wrong or Muhammad Qasim is a liar or anything like that?
No. For me, no. I feel like if somebody had given me enough or given me any type of proof or evidence, then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't still be claiming that I believe in his dreams. And as for user 007, I don't claim Muhammad Qasim to be the Imam Mahdi. I believe in his dreams.
What's your plans from here? What is it that what are you aiming for? What are you looking to try and do? What are you looking to try and achieve in believing the dreams? Is there any goal for you? Is there any financial goal for you? No. I mean, is anyone paying you?
Nobody's paying me to say I believe in his dreams.
If you could say something to everybody who is here, what advice would you give to people in relation to this matter of Muhammad Qasim?
I would say don't focus on the fact that people claim or don't claim him to be the Imam Mahdi. Look into his dreams and watch the videos that he makes. Because for me, it never was the number one thing that people were claiming him to be the Imam Mahdi. It was always just about the dreams, because for him, that's his purpose here, is to spread the dreams. Yeah. He doesn't make claims for anything else. He just speaks about the dreams. So I think that's what I would say if you're interested to learn more about Muhammad Qasim, because I still am learning a lot. I don't know enough to give real insight, I would say, to maybe those who are also learning, but definitely look into the dreams and look at his videos. And again, don't focus on the fact that people are making claims that he's an Imam Mahdi if you're just finding out about Muhammad Qasim.
So where would you direct people to go to find information about Muhammad Qasim? What's the best place for you and for people who are like you, reverts to Islam, or people who maybe don't speak the Arabic or Urdu language? Like where did you go to find out about Muhammad Qasim?
I went to the Call of the Covenant YouTube channel.
Okay.
There's a good 27-minute documentary on that YouTube page on Call of the Covenant that you can watch, and there's plenty other videos as well that talk about his dreams. So I would say if you want to know more about him and the things that he talks about, his dreams, then I would definitely go to Call of the Covenant YouTube channel and check that out for more
Okay,
information.
cool. So you wouldn't send people to my channel, man? What's that all about?
I mean, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
It's okay, don't worry. Has any of the people who help Muhammad Qasim or support him or believe in his dreams made you feel uncomfortable? Because if they have, tell me now and I'll deal with
No,
them.
no,
Really? You sure?
yes.
If you had something that you wanted to say to Muhammad Qasim, what would it be?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Let me think. To be honest, I think if I was sat with or speaking to Muhammad Qasim, I would ask him to tell me about his dreams.
Okay.
Because that's where my interest lies. And I think I would want to hear it firsthand from himself about the dreams he's had, and I think it would be great to hear from him firsthand about the dreams.
Cool. That's cool. That's actually quite a cool request, if I'm honest. Because hearing it from his mouth is something else. Reading it on a piece of paper is one thing, but actually hearing it from the source, you're right. That's a really good, really cool thing. So I'll pass that over to him anyway, just so you know. I will inform him. Kayleigh, I would like to thank you very much for coming onto my live today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here, and I just want everybody to just take a moment to think about what's been said here today. This is Kayleigh. She's a revert to Islam. She believes in the dreams of Muhammad Qasim, and she has herself, by her own admission, said that she's not forced. No one has forced her to believe in these dreams. She came to her conclusions herself. She did her own research, and she asked people around about Muhammad Qasim, and she's actually sat on both sides of the fence. So here you go. You have an unbiased individual who doesn't come from a Pakistani background or doesn't come from an Islamic background, who believes in the dreams of a man from Lahore in Pakistan called Muhammad Qasim bin Abdul Karim. Thank you very much for coming, and it's been an absolute pleasure. Do you want to say anything else before we go?
No, that was great. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
No, you're welcome. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.